Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Bum Project, and today's video is going to be about investing in physical gold. And I do have to admit that I'm a little bit underprepared today because I don't have some of the items that I'm going to be talking about, but we're going to be working with what we have. So, like my other videos, we're going to talk about some facts, we're going to talk about how to invest in gold, we're going to talk about what to look out for. And starting with the facts, for most recorded history, gold has been the most popular and universally accepted monetary metal, and this is because it possesses such qualities such as its rarity, durability, unique density, and tendency not to corrode or rust. And for whatever reason, human beings have always been intrigued by gold and its represented power and status in cultures across the world. It's often been associated with royalty and has a long established reputation as a symbol of wealth. So gold is a very scarce metal. Roughly 2,500 metric tons are mined in the world every year, and currently the global demand is increasing at a pretty rapid pace. Right now it's about 4,000 metric tons per year, so this indicates an upcoming shortage in gold. And an interesting fact, just to get an idea of its scarcity, is if you were to take all the gold that's on this planet today, it will only fill up 4 Olympic-sized swimming pools. And there is a finite amount of this stuff in the Earth's surface, so as the global population grows, the available amount of gold per person is going to continue to decrease. At the moment, it is 1/3 of an ounce of gold available for every person in the world. Also, in times of financial crisis, gold is considered a safe haven and has proved to be an excellent preserver of wealth. And throughout history, currencies have devalued and disappeared, but gold has always consistently held its value. So, for example, you guys probably heard of this before, but back in ancient Rome, you could get a suit of armor for 1 ounce of gold, and today you could take 1 ounce of gold, you could sell it, and you could take that cash to buy a 3-piece suit at a department store. Also, about 160 years ago, you could take 1 ounce of gold and buy a horse, which was $20 back then, and now you could still do the same. You could take 1 ounce of gold, sell it, and take that money to buy a horse today, which is about $1,500 in US currency. And the price of gold, the good thing about gold is that it's not as volatile as some of the other metals, for example, silver, platinum, maybe palladium, and a lot of investors favor gold because of its market characteristics. Now, besides just being an investment metal, gold is also popular, of course, in the use of jewelry. It's also used in alternative medicine, it's used in electronics, and it's also used in the dental industry. But because of the price increase of gold in recent years, there are many substitutes that are coming about to replace it because it's becoming unaffordable for many companies to use gold. Now, if you're looking at getting into investing in gold, if you're just starting, one recommendation that I have is to start with government-issued bullion coins, which is pretty much all I have at the moment. And the reason for that is that it's the most recognizable and sought-after option, and the purity of these coins are guaranteed by the government. Now, especially when you're dealing with something so expensive, I think it adds that extra peace of mind to have that guarantee versus having bullion from a private mint, which I'm not discouraging, by the way, but this is kind of like a personal opinion that I have. And also, when you do buy gold, it's recommended that you buy it in no larger than a 1 ounce coin or bullion bar. And the reason for that is gold is already about $1,700 an ounce. Imagine in 10 years how expensive it's going to be, or imagine what's going to happen to the price when there's going to be a rush of people wanting to invest in gold. It could, so for example, like back in the 70s, gold was $35, and today this is $1,700. Now imagine what's going to happen to the price of this in, let's say, like 10 or 20 years. When you try to sell it, it might be unaffordable for most people out there. So yeah, those are some of the things that you do want to take into consideration as well. Now, one of the things about gold is that, well, back in the early days, it was easier to spot fakes. And the thing about gold is that it was popular because of its unique density. But in more recent years, metals such as uranium and tungsten have been discovered to have similar mass per unit volume. But because of the radioactive properties of uranium, tungsten has been the choice of a counterfeit thus far, and some companies in China have been found to be using tungsten to make imitation gold. And even so, it's still pretty rare to encounter a fake, but it's good to know that it's out there. So to kind of get an idea, the density of gold is 19.3 grams per cubic centimeter versus 19.25 grams for tungsten, giving the two metals a very similar feel, and it's almost impossible to detect just by weighing the two in your hand. So if you do lack experience, a good suggestion would be to buy from a reputable coin store or online company rather than from other individuals. And once you do feel more comfortable in dealing with gold, of course you're going to find some of the best deals through other private properties. So you could find some testing kits online. For example, there's chemical testing kits, and there's other type of kits that you could find if you were to do a Google search. So when dealing with gold jewelry, well, one of the things that makes gold jewelry so attractive is that it doesn't leave residue on the wearer's skin, and it's easy to work with and it's easy to shape. That's why gold has been so popular in the use of jewelry. Now, there's many factors to consider when dealing with gold jewelry. So for example, there's a jewelry that's gold plated, and most of the jewelry out there, they're not going to be 24 karat gold. And basically what the carat means is, for example, a 10 karat gold jewelry piece, what the carat means is that the 10 karat is 41.7% gold versus a 14 karat piece is 58.5% gold. 18 karat is 75%, and 24 karat is almost 100%. It's 99.9%. So yeah, when dealing with gold jewelry, you will find some great deals from time to time, because some people just want to unload their jewelry that they bought for much cheaper, and are surprised that they could get so much for it now. So sites such as Craigslist and sometimes eBay, you'll find some good deals. But again, you do have to know what to look out for. Anyways, that's all I have at this moment. Like always, guys, if you guys do have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you around.